going on, everyone? Liam Catterson here with episode 4 of season 3 for Orphan Black. This is, of course, the rewatch episode that I was speaking about in my episode 2 reaction of season 3. And my episodes 8 and 9 reaction. You guys should know the reason by now. But yeah, this is the rewatch. Like I said, I think I've said it in one of those videos that I didn't want this, considering the fact that all of the files for this episode were corrupted, like, none of them were able to be played. I didn't want that one missing piece, like a jigsaw. So, I decided it worked out well for Firefly with that one episode. And that's the same thing. I didn't want to, break the link. I didn't want to go one all the way from 3 to whatever, wherever it ends at, because I'm still recording Firefly at this point. But, that's the same here. I didn't want, I think there's like 50 episodes in total of Orphan Black, so I didn't want like 49 episodes with that one annoying missing piece, so I decided for the rewatch. And I thought it would be, really, really pleasant actually as well, considering the fact that I'm coming to the end of my season 4 reactions as of recording. I'm gonna just, turn off my brain for this. I don't know what dialogue is said, of course. I kind of get an idea on, what kind of happens, but I'm just gonna turn my brain off because Orphan Black can be a complex show, but you know what? I love that. But, like I said, with, what's going on at the minute, for my recording perspective, I don't want to intertwine that into this episode, so, like I said though, there's gonna be some dialogue, and bits that I won't know what's gonna come up. I have a feeling that, there's a couple of scenes that I know it's gonna come up, so, but I just don't know when they'll appear. It's been a while for me, but like I said, this is gonna be some kind of nice refresher in a sense, even though, I guess most of what happens, is irrelevant to the current recording from my perspective of Orphan Black. It's still a nice little refresher, isn't it? So yeah. Anyways, with that said, let's just get on with this rewatch episode of Orphan Black, season 3, episode 4. Let's go. Just look away from the body. Oh, I don't miss her. I do not miss her. Of course, no body, no death. We heard the shot, we didn't see him get shot. Well, we saw him get shot the first time. No. Toodle along.
Help you.
She's coming back.
She's coming, but she's armed. See, technically she has the advantage, because she's got a handgun. So she's carrying less weight.
Tie it off. You have a belt.
Oh, isn't this lovely? The brother of Sestra bond. Oh yeah, here we are. I missed Elena. I missed her.
Hey, keep it down.
Step aside.
This is all part of a plan.
Even my shit.
Okay, go in.
I just love my silver.
Report. She bashed her head against the bars this time.
Have to get her over to the infirmary. Helena.
Infantry.
You're gonna do that yourself. That's gonna kill you.
Not if you help me.
See, you got your trust in her. See?
Well, then you're gonna have to give me some answers. Come on.
She was just, especially since he's the only helpful caster, I guess.
Be as quiet as church mouse.
Love it. It's a genius idea, though, that Helena's kicked into her mind. Then again, all leaders are smart in their own degree. But it's not just that, but it's the thing that she's got wrapped around her arm. Oh, yes. Ah, yes. We do not need to go into any detail about what happens here. I don't like that.
Okay, I've got it.
Liam doesn't like this. At least the bullet's out.
Good.
Brave soul. I would have just, chickened the shit out of them. Oh, that brother sister or sestra.
I think your sciatica.
I would just note the hell out of that one.
You could trade those for your freedom.
Doesn't matter. Whatever Johansson stole is
I just
gone.
love that though. I mean,
It was just junk.
What was?
Yeah.
Mark, did you find something? Mark? Mark?
I think it's just a pass out though, isn't it?
What are you looking for?
Don't worry, baby.
Oh my god. Donnie, why?
Hey, easy. I've got a gun in my hands.
Brought a gun?
Yeah, you don't want to end up like
Are you
Leaky.
crazy?
Of course I did.
Put it back.
No.
Do you remember what happened the last time you had a gun in a car?
You know what?
Exactly,
I know
that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
protecting this family, all right?
They're here.
You want to be careful.
Okay, play cool. Play cool.
Is this her, yeah. I just love how protective Donnie has been, I mean, with the ending of Season 2 and the beginning of Season 3, it's not like a year or whatever, but, ever since that reveal...
What's up, bro?
I met him in college.
Jason's just thinking,
Lucky
wow.
man.
But of course, he'll be hung up, so...
At her or myself. I'm just...
I got dumped for this.
Hey,
Happy reunion, though.
what do you think? What, you about 5'2"?
Yeah. Why? What are you doing?
Nobody meets anyone in person anymore, darling. It's the future.
No. I'm not doing
Welcome to
Sapphire.
Tinder.
Why not?
Or Sapphire.
SCNT successful.
What's that mean? Somatic cell nuclear transfer. That's how you clone.
So, wait, Johansson used the samples then to try and make more clones?
God,
Just
Tom,
lobbied off
If that's what he did and succeeded, then
Just
that
lobby some
child would have the exact same DNA as a
clone
cancer original.
samples.
Well, then I'm not looking for tissue samples. I'm looking for Johansson's son.
Yeah, well, and he would have needed
Someone to carry the child.
Yeah, I think I met her.
Prolifian wife. Yeah, about the son. Oof. You just lobby some, sell. Oh, don't mind me, I'm just borrowing some. Hope you don't mind. Cool. Okay.
Peace in your kingdom.
And again, Henrik was a son of a bitch.
The child is lost.
Happened to you again was because of that child, and now it's gone. You ruined
Selfish.
the last chance for this family. You will not be welcome.
You're selfish. You're selfish. Walk into a door. That's the thing, though. They didn't really truly care, and they've been feeding her this spiel about Mark when Mark truly does care. Ah!
Don't move. I told you not to call anybody. I knew I couldn't trust you.
No. Listen. There's a
She was only trying to help out at least, because you passed out.
The reason we can't find the caster samples is because Johansson used them to make a clone.
This is why you should research. Just do some research. Don't lose hope because you're seeing a bunch of papers.
You're not gonna dig up a dead baby.
No. Not me.
Just leave the responsibility to her. Oof. Very, very grim stuff, though, isn't it? But then again, the show isn't afraid to go that limit.
Said it was you that shot her.
The more reason I'm doing this.
Yes, but the best sestras now.
You know, it's
Just love
not
this stealth operation thing.
the way she is. She's not a monster. She was just trained
Raised-
to be a killer.
Yes.
Does that sound familiar?
She was raised with
How do you know she's
shoddy
even still alive?
instructions.
I just do. I can feel it.
Oh.
Little one.
See, Helena's all great. No. No. No.
Sleep now.
At least she gave him a release, but I mean, that was obvious, but...
You say you love boys, but you lie.
Guards! You're a shit mother! Take her!
Yes! I love that! No one's suspicious at all.
Mark?
Don't think he can hear you.
Ah, damn it! I was hoping he wasn't suspicious!
You take this.
Why?
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you don't have patience, do you? Oh. Oh. Ouch! Get some plaster on that. Bit of a grim shot though with the baby as well, wasn't it? Like, so horrific, isn't it? It's gonna disappear again. There we go. Master of disappearance. Like she was at the barn.
How is that?
She's the master of invisibility. Uh-oh.
Kira sure is gonna miss her mommy. Mommy?
Oh, God.
Mommy? Where are you? Mommy!
You're not 5!
Now, why would I listen to you?
Because I'm your superior officer, and I gave you an order.
Sit your ass down.
Sorry, I don't take orders from traitors.
Watch your mouth, soldier.
You're
Mind who
technically
you're talking to.
You were working with the enemy. I followed you.
I was doing what I had to do to complete my mission, which I did. That's more than you can say. But then again, no one ever expected much from you, did they?
Oof.
You know, we don't leave loose ends.
No. No, we don't.
Will Sarah make it out alive? See, that was satisfactory to revisit, and unsatisfactory at times, of course. I mean, you could watch, you know, a brain getting stabbed, and the condition that Parsons was in, and it still won't get any easier. I mean, that is really horrific. But then again, Helena did the right thing, putting Parsons out of his misery and out of his pain, and she was a hero ultimately. I mean, then again, that's the thing, they were studying Parsons for any advancement to, you know, the situation with the casters. So, because they didn't have the cure, of course, so, you know, they found other means, of course, and riskier means, of course. It wasn't, like, Parsons didn't, you know, especially with the kill me comment, I guess, forbid it. He didn't allow it, should I say. He didn't, you know, volunteer to do this. So, yeah, it was a bit of a shitty thing, and she's a shitty mum. I just love that. Like, I forgot that, you know, Helena came out with that, and it was just so great to hear. And you know what? Helena's a really, really awesome character. Well, she is anyways. I mean, they all are. Like, all the leaders are awesome anyways. But, like, I think I've said it that Helena's my favourite anyways. And especially in this episode, she proved her smart. Like, a lot of people, I mean, understandably so, look at Helena and, you know, see her aggression. They see how brutal she is and how she could be a great tool, which does play on well for the next episode, I guess. But she's also very, very intelligent. I mean, the thing around her arm, the key, of course, that was all done based on, you know, her logic, and it was really, really great stuff. So I really, really, you know, liked how this episode divulged into the intelligence of Helena and how she, you know, it's not just, you know, all the muscle, all the fight and all that. She's also an intelligent character, as well as the fact that she is very, very sympathetic when it comes to, you know, motherhood as well, because we know that she is very, very vocal when it comes to seeing, you know, children getting abused or mistreated or anything. And, of course, she, you know, labels Cody as a shit mother, so, after, you know, seeing the condition Parsons was in. So, I just really, really loved, I mean, it was small scenes, but, you know, they brought out a lot with Helena, of course. And, yeah, it was just really, really, you know, great to see, you know, Helena's contribution. As well as Sarah, of course, on the quest for the Castor, you know, like the Castor sample, the baby, of course, of Henrik, of course, which, you know, had Castor, it had the Castor gene in it, because, of course, he lobbied some Castor samples from the Duncans. So that was really, really interesting to, you know, revisit, of course. But, yeah, as well as, you know, Sarah and Mark, you know, partnering it up, in terms of, you know, what they are both after, of course. It was just really, really great, especially, you know, Mark divulging into, why he was doing this, why, you know, he wanted this freedom, and, you know, him handing the Castor samples over ensures that he becomes free. It's like that awareness thing in the leaders, but they just want to, you know, have a normal life. It's kind of like Ali, I guess, but Ali is not afraid to get her hands dirty. But I mean, especially during season 3, we see her. Well, it's the same with Cosima, I guess, in a sense, but she was a bit more involved. But you know, Ali was detached from the whole leader, like, she was doing her own dodgy stuff, but, you know, she's a family person anyways, so, there's that detachment from all of the, getting your hands dirty stuff, with the leaders, the cast, everything. So, Mark wanted that, especially with Gracie, who had it rough in this episode, of course. Yeah, I just couldn't with, you know, that prolific, Mrs. Henderson, yeah? Is it? Yeah. No, Johansson. Don't know. Yes, she, you know, cast out Gracie, of course, with the fact that she miscarried, and it was just like, ugh. Especially since, you know, Gracie thought this was the best choice as well, considering, you know, they fed her this spiel about, you know, Mark is basically, bad news, you should just come with us. And then when they found out, you know, she miscarried, they just cast her out because they revealed they only used her. So, yeah, it was just really, and, you know, that was it for them. That was it. Like, there was no hope for the Prolifians. She was basically the Prolifians' last hope. They even said that, like, you've ruined our legacy. So they feel betrayed with that, and still, it's a bit shitty, because they are creepy arseholes anyways. Why did I say that twice? I don't know. Anywho, yeah, it was just great to revisit, of course, especially, you know, even in small doses with Ali and Cosima, of course. Cosima trying to move away from, you know, her situation with Delphine, of course. Well, Felix aiding to that. Felix was the one dragging her along, whereas Cosima was content staying at home, of course. And then Ali, of course, you know, meeting Jason, which is going to go down very, very well in future episodes, isn't it? No, it was just really, really great stuff to revisit, of course, especially, you know, the whole Castor situation, finding the baby, and, you know, the complications with Mark's quest, because like I said, this was all, I mean, it was a shitty choice as well, like, you know, allowing this partnership to happen, but at the end of the day, this is for his freedom, so, and he doesn't want to, I mean, nor do the leaders, but, this is the next best hope to trying to, you know, cure his kind, and that, his brothers, should I say, and, you know, he's suffering. Well, he's yet to, at this point, he's yet to stumble into that territory of, you know, suffering the mental problems, the seizures and all that the, casters display once they, you know, their health deteriorates. And, you know, it's a scary, especially if you've seen it happen to your other brothers, it would be a scary thought to envision. So, you know, this is a rate, like, he's willing to do, and I mean, he even dug up a child, well, he didn't dig up a child, but he was content if it means survival. So, it might be a bit disgraceful, especially since it's a baby as well, so it's a bit like, oh god. That's the thing with the show though, they're never afraid to go to those, you know, deep limits. I mean, you saw the stabbing of the brain, that, you know, Sarah getting her hands dirty, getting the bullet out of, really, really painful and grotesque to look at, especially, digging up a baby skeleton, which was absolutely heartbreaking as well. They're not afraid to go those limits, so, it's really, really neat to see how, you know, brave this show goes, like, there's no limits, and how, real it looks, like how in depth we go into, I guess everything that, people would find a bit iffy, would be put off, especially the stabbing of the brain, bringing up a skeleton, I guess, an adult skeleton. I don't think that would faze people, but, you know, a baby skeleton would, you know, sink a few hearts, I guess, considering, you know, babies are, really, really, you know, fragile, creatures, and how we respond to them is, you know, heart-wrenching, especially if they're hurt and that. So seeing a baby like that, you know, would, crush a few hearts. But like I said, the show's not afraid to go those limits, so I really, really appreciate that about the show. But yeah, it was fun to rewatch that. So yeah, like I didn't say this at the beginning, but like I said, with all of the corruptions that have been happening with episodes 9 and 8 and episode 2 of season 3, episodes 9 and 8 of season 2, don't worry, the future haven't been corrupted. But yeah, with those video files, I do apologise that this inconvenience has been attributed, of course, to you know, my schedule, and, you know, it is heartbreaking for me to like, go through this pain, but hopefully, well, I say hopefully, of course, because, you know, anything could happen, of course, but I'm taking steady precautions to ensure this doesn't happen again, of course. But yeah, from now on, it should be business back as usual with episode 5 onwards. To be fair, I'm glad that I'm, you know, done with this, like, this rewatch thing, or these situations, these complications to affected videos, because, I'm not gonna lie, it has crushed me editing, especially with the fact that I've had to cut out certain epic moments from the reaction because the, file was corrupted. Especially, you know, the Donnie scene in episode 9 of season 2, like, I'm not gonna lie, editing some of the reactions has been off-putting, cause, you encounter a moment in the episode where it's probably reaction-worthy or whatever, and you find out that that part of your file has been corrupted. So it has been off-putting, but you know, I'm taking extra precautions anyways. I know I've said in my previous videos that, you know, it just somehow, like, got all of the files and, you know, removed them, and I frantically had to race to recover them. But I still feel that sense of responsibility that I feel like I've hurt the viewing experience in a way. But, of course, things are going to be, you know, back to normal, like I said, from here onwards. And, you know, I'm making sure that there's none of this situation again, because because, like I said, it's pained me editing-wise. And I don't want to go through that again, because, like I said, sometimes the editing process, especially with, you know, corrupted scenes, have been off-putting, because, you know, it is crushing when you encounter a scene you want to include and you can't because that part's corrupted. And it's hurt in general, because I feel like I've let down people who have watched my videos, of course, and, you know, I don't want to do that. I do want to appeal to, as many people as I can, but, you know, some of these things do happen, and, you know, it's a bitch to go through, but, like I said, onwards, it should be back to normal. A deep apology, of course, to anyone who's been faced for those 4 episodes. I know it's small compared to the number of episodes, but even one I would still feel guilty on, because, you know, like I said, I don't want, you know, to ruin the experience for you guys, the experience of a reaction. So I'm just glad that we've glanced past those, that part of my Orphan Black experience, because, like I said, editing those episodes has been really, really difficult, knowing, you know, that part's corrupted. I mean, those episodes have, I think all the episodes for Orphan Black have been fab. It's just, you know, going into that phase, that corruption phase, it's just like, but yeah, with that said, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!